Hey guys, welcome back. So before we get started finishing up Florence, I want to show you something that I've kind of been keeping secret. We've actually been able to do this for quite a while, and it's kind of subtle, but in the special moves menu, there is one for unarmed, which is basically it's free. It's kind of like, oh, well, I've already purchased this, or it's already unlocked, so you might think you don't need to use it or something. I don't know. That's kind of way back in the beginning. That's what I did. I completely glazed over and just looked at the others. And later in the game I found out about this.
Much better. One last time now.
Now, it causes blinding and a bit of a cone in front of Ezio. And you might think it's kind of pointless, but it really has a few nice uses if you want to make use of unarmed combat. And I'll be demonstrating that in this video. Either I'm not very good with it, which I'm not discounting that, or it's pretty situational. I like to tell myself that I'm fantastic and it's situational, but whatever. So, we need to knock out the paintings here first, because, well, I've kind of got money to burn. And we already purchased the dirt cheap ones quite a while ago, so we've just got the pricier ones sitting around. And treasure map for the Apennine Mountains.
Grazie, and come again, sir.
Just for the sake of having it. And before we get started on what I need to do this video, I think a bit of a wardrobe change is called for. Buddy. Scram. And we have two colors left here. And let me see. Scarlet. And there's crimson. I like crimson quite a lot. I'll come back for scarlet in the future. But for now, let's go with the fancy duds here. I think they really look slick combined with the Medici coat. Or cloak. Which I wonder if that was kind of the purpose.
I'm sure it's a misunderstanding. Accident. Nothing.
Yeah, it looks real snazzy. And if you remember my mention of the Paye cry inside the third Pazzi conspiracy video, you can see it on the coat of arms on the cloak itself, because it's a Paye is a ball essentially. So they were chanting balls in their support of Lorenzo, I guess. And before knocking out the feathers, bonk, I figure I may as well show you a little bit of that unarmed special move and what it can do. Also, pole arm enemies, or, you know, the guys using the big spears, they're a lot more common now, and we'll see them in regular patrols. But, you know, one thing at a time. Howdy, soldiers. Nice day for a walk. Okay. Now, the problem with this is... There we go. I got really lucky that time. And the guy I went after is a more heavily armored guy, but as you can see, it has quite a bit of a wind-up. But if you do it right, you can pull off one of those unarmed special takedowns instantly, provided the enemy is softened up a little bit. Now also, there's something I haven't done much of, and that's dodging. If you dodge at the right time, and you manage to angle yourself to where you wind up behind the enemy, you can actually do a counter kill on them right on the spot. I don't really get it here. I'm not really... In hindsight, I don't know why I left this in, aside from the fact that I am, well, using dodge pretty excessively. But enough of that. Bam! The unarmed takedowns like that are really awesome. I love them. But using the sand, it's kind of situational. You have to have good timing. That's the coolest one right there. You have to have good timing, and if you don't use it well, you'll just get nailed. And a little bit of spear usage here. I don't really get to show all of them here, but just a little bit of an introduction with spear usage. And as for the guys with the spears, they are a particularly big pain in the ass because of that. The guys using the axes and such, they can disarm you. They haven't had a chance to do it on me, but that guy knocked me right over. Other issue, they don't really telegraph their moves quite so well. It's a very quick thrust. Speaking of thrusts, and just a little bit more use of the spear. So let's skip to the end of the fight. I want that spear back. How can I... Flexible. Spear vanished. Hey, the spear's back. How about that? I haven't done this before, so... Let me see. May as well loot him. I did not want that. Okay. Hey, there we go. I've got my spear back. Now, I need to use this wisely and, never mind. Have a free spear. So you'll notice in the top left there, my health diamonds, or squares, whichever angle you're sitting at, they are red off to the side there. That means that my armor has taken damage and is in need of repair, so my health is penalized, because armor will add on to your max health. Which, it's just a quick little maintenance thing on occasion. And whenever you take damage, it will... any sort of damage will count towards your armor. Like, almost all of that was from falling when I was, collecting feathers, which was completely not my fault. Okay, the assassination contracts. The gist of this is we will come, grab a carrier pigeon. There are 3 places inside Florence we can use, which those are just for convenience. They're all... You could go to the same one or spread it around and you'll get the missions in the same order. But yeah, essentially Lorenzo will say, hey, go here, do this. And the thing that really grated on me with these is just there's a lot of traveling from point A to point B, which this one's pretty darn close. The gist of it is you get close, you have an area, use your eagle vision, bad guy turns gold and he knows you're coming for him. So, just get close, give him a little bit of a poke, and bam. Which, there are some of these that kind of get a little, not hard, just really annoying. Plus, there are a shitload of them. And this one's pretty straightforward, just go and kill 3 guys. I didn't really get a good shot of the map when I was doing this, but they're all right along the southern end of the map, along the waterway. So the first guy's just making his patrol down here. A little bit of a bunny hop. That was the worst piggyback ride ever. His other buddy is up on a nearby rooftop. Let's change things up a little bit. Variety is the spice of life. And his friend. He's on ground level, which, because he's a target, he grows suspicious of me, in spite of being anonymous. But these guys are all flying solo, so they're pretty easy to take down. Now for the next mission. And here is the gimmick that's introduced here. They say kill them silently, which basically means in those cases they're going to have buddies with them, and you can't get their buddies fully hostile when you kill them, I guess. That's essentially it. Just kill them first, make sure nobody is really aggressive toward you at the moment, and you pretty much win. So this guy, he is inside of a covered area talking to a buddy, and there are groups of guards on either side of this tunnel, which there are a number of ways we could get inside here, but I'm just going to throw money. There's something you'll notice here. One toss, they don't really care. But another toss of money, hey, that's starting to grab their interest. But this guy, he won't have any of that. Jerk. Hey, guys, out of the way. Hey, buddy. But yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Whoops. But yeah, next mission. What do we got here? Hey, bird. I really hope he washed his hands after this. Okay. Second verse, same as the first. And oh, across the... This kept happening to me. Which, that's kind of why there are 3 different places to get the birds, because it sends you all over the place, and... whatever. Now this one, I actually screwed up on this, because this guy will wander around, and he's got some buddies with him. Which, the 2 times I failed prior to this was usually pretty bullshit in my opinion. But hey, let's... actually... Yeah, let's blend, get a little closer.
Pride ourselves on delivering good quality at fair price. See for yourself.
And mission complete. And just on general principle.
What's my melody? Not to your liking, senor!
It never is, Mr. Bard. It never is. Yep. Now, the next kind of mission, a stalking mission. There are only 2 of these in this chain here. And this one isn't really too bad. I'm still going to speed it up like the other, but not quite as much as I did with the previous time we had to stalk somebody. But the chipmunk noise kind of annoys me. So let's get down to ground level. Okay. Whoop. Go away, bards. Now this guy goes at a pretty slow pace, and then he picks up his speed after a little bit. But you just keep your distance, make sure you maintain eye contact with him and not get too far away. He picks up his speed here, and at this point I decide just to shake things up a little bit. I start sticking to the rooftop. Not too much further. Okay. And it's just poking time now. No big deal. That's a lot of targets. Well, can't say no to a good old aerial takedown. Just drop on in. Now let's see. Target number 2. Or was that 1? It's just poking time. I forget. Whoop. Wait for it. Wait for it. Any day now. Aha! Thank you.
Please, I yield.
And his buddies won't have any of that, so they're running away. No problem for me. Easy pickings. Nice dress. Oh, and the free chest. What the hell. Well, that's another one down. Which that tailing mission really wasn't bad. And it left me pretty darn close to the next pigeon coop for once. Fantastic. Usually I end up running for several minutes to get to the next one. But just a hop, skip, and a jump. And the next mission. Let's go. Once again, make sure he doesn't see me. A little bit of a run. Now, this is a little different. This guy is inside of... there are a bunch of gatherings of nobles and such, and all of the entryways are kind of guarded. And I screwed up on this once already, and I found that the guy's location changes. You've basically got this big old honeycomb of places, and he'll be in any one of them, essentially. The first one I head to over here was where I saw him previously. I figured, well, I know exactly where he is. Adding on to that, you've got the patrols. Well, the patrols really aren't a problem because I'm anonymous, but you've got the guys at the doorways. Now, I don't see him in here. This is where he was previously. So stick to the high ground, keep our knives out, and just be mindful of these jerks. And it's pretty simple from there. Let's take out his co-worker over here. Now that is heading out of the actual circle, so... Uh-oh. It's raining bodies. He's not... Oh, well, I explained why he wasn't down there. That's the roof. Come on, stupid. No, not there. Let's check the next location. And just for the hell of it, look down at the street level. Yep, there he is. I'd love to do a takedown from the roof, but I think that would set it off. I'm not sure. I'd rather not test it, because at this point I just wanted these over with. There are just so many missions for Lorenzo. I mean, good God. Hey, guy. And while I'm here... Thank you. And time to just make our way back, I suppose. And, oof, walking. Alright. Head to the one by the Duomo, I guess. Alright, bird, you know how this goes. This one's a little different. It says we have 60 seconds to kill these guards. That timer starts as soon as I attack one. They're pretty much just hanging out on the bridge. And adding on to matters, all 10 of them are the heavily armored brutes. So, I'm sure you can think of something I'm guaranteed to use right here. Wait for him to get nice and close. Smoke bomb. And poking time. Now, I only got one, rats. Civilian in the mix. Now, they're still kind of lagged on getting their defenses up, so take advantage of that. Ah. Now, my timing is just terrible here. I get that guy, but this one, it does that annoying siren. I hate that. God. And right around now, I kind of say fuck it. Actually, I was right around now. Any day now. Okay, here we go. And I just start... Yeah, there's the fancy one where he pokes him a whole bunch. I haven't seen that much in these recordings. But by this point, I'm kind of low on stuff, so I spend a while looting them for medicine and what have you. God damn it, Lorenzo. Ugh. So many missions. Yeah. You know what, buddy? Forget it. I'm not up for it. What the... Oh, great. There's another one over here? Watch that arrow.
Let's get away. Stay back!
God, what an attention whore. Alright. Got another stalking mission. Fun and games. Well, let's just get near. And you know what's coming. I'm just gonna speed this up a bit and put in some catchy music. Yeah, there we go. Now this one's kind of a... Well, it's a really big pain. It's not hard, but it's long and it's annoying. The guy sets off on his own, and throughout the mission, he'll pick up an additional buddy or something. And the thing is, the routes he takes here, he sticks to very narrow alleyways, and it's very easy to break the line of sight sort of connection. And there's some points where I really don't like what they're doing, and I take a less direct route just to be safe, because I wouldn't want to round the corner and end up running into something unexpectedly. Okay. Take the scenic route. There you are. And he's got another buddy with him. Just a lot of walking. That's all I can say about this. In one of those blind spots again. Something I just noticed since the previous mission with those 10, what you call it, 10 grunts or brutes. I noticed the cursor on the minimap is glitched, and I have a red bullseye glued to my icon. Whatever. But as you can tell by the minimap, this red shaded area, this is the end of it finally. Now, where's the garrison leader? There he is. Well, I'm all for the showy takedowns, so here we go. A lot of guys here, but they're all pretty wussy fellas. Hey guy,
I will do whatever.
that guy's running in place, that's just silly. And most of them were already shaking their boots as soon as I dropped down. So just take out a few folks, and most of them make themselves scarce. There we go. Well, that is wrapped up. I think that about does it. Yeah. Okay, good. Well, the assassination contracts are done. And on that note, we've got a Templar lair here. This is something that's the House of Medici. It is unlocked through one of the DLCs. Once you have it, it's tacked on. Can't remember which one, but it doesn't really matter. Thing is, it's a bonus place. It's a dungeon kind of like the Tombs, which means, well, it basically handles kind of like Prince of Persia. So get ready for some running and jumping and parkouring.
happened here? Signor Lorenzo!
Lorenzo's currently indisposed. Hey, you're the one who killed Francesco de Pazzi. Get him.
With pleasure.
And this is supposed to be in 1479, when we're still in the middle of mopping up the Pazzi. And my timing was off as usual, so I just cut out a big chunk at the beginning of that fight. I was trying to do something, and it wasn't really working out. At this point, I pretty much have just lost all real urge to make it fancy. But hey, it's knife time. I haven't seen a knife kill in a long time. Bam. Now this place is a pretty faithful representation of the Medici Palace or Palazzo. This statue we see right in front of us, skipping the naughty bits, is Donatello's David. And here's a picture of the actual Medici Palace today. The statues are different, and that's because this statue was moved at some point, as I mentioned in the note on the image there. Which I think is, once again, a nice amount of research they did. Now, the doors on this level are closed, so ground level we can't do anything, and for some reason Lorenzo really likes his really goddamn high roofs. And after looking around, we see we've got a bunch of things to parkour across. And in the spirit of Prince of Persia, if there's something up high and it looks like you can run and jump on it, chances are that means that's where you have to go. At this point, I couldn't remember exactly what happens at the beginning, aside from get up on the high ground, so I didn't really show what I'm heading for, and I apologize for that. There's something else here. See the birds there? If you're ever lost in one of these tombs or whatever, those birds basically are a clue to say, hey, dumbass, go over this way. And that is what we are heading toward. Now let's see if we can find Lorenzo. God, why would you make these rooms so tall? I mean, goddamn. Look at that bookshelf over there. What if you wanted one of those books? I mean, come on.
I'll have a word with you.
Whatever.
Stop.
Alright. Hey, guy, how's it going? Alright, have a prize. Yeah, I know. Oh, come on. That should have definitely hit him. I could have swore I selected the knife. He hasn't drawn it yet. Whatever. That is done. And let's see. Ooh, switch. Or a lever, I'm sorry. Nice room, but it's just, once again, kind of like, really? Are the roofs really this tall in the real building? It makes no sense. Okay, and that's what the lever pulled. So you might think, hey, no big deal, let's just free run up this ginormous armoire over here, and we'll be up there. Yeah, no, that's not how this works. Since it's Ubisoft, and they've got some Prince of Persia sort of tie-ins, we are going to have to take the really long way around to get up there. So, back up to where we started. Also, on a side note, just like the tombs, this place has secrets. I only find one in this, and that's because it just slipped my mind to look up where it was, and I just kind of went, whatever. But I find one of them at least. Past that, I'm not going to sweat it, because it's just money. Okay. Finally, zip our way over here. Nope. Now, that twinkling sound. That means we've got ourselves a secret. And I kind of have a sit here for a moment, kind of like, wait a second, how do I get that? The camera perspective was playing tricks on me, and on accident, I triggered this.
I know I heard a noise down there. It's time to earn your florins. I want half of you to search the courtyard, the other half come with me to check the chapel.
Si, Capitano.
Then we check the secret passageways.
What about Lorenzo?
By now, Lorenzo is already dead.
Well, let's see. Whoop. Seems we got the pair of them coming over here, which, I have no qualms with playing a bit of a doorman. Good evening, gentlemen. They didn't seem to notice. Hello? Party of 4? That went pretty well. But before I proceed, chest. Switch up there. Oh, I love the walls in here. Look nice. This isn't gonna work. Nope. So getting to the switch involves a bit of parkour-y stuff we don't make use of too often in the usual open world stuff. Wall rebounding, not quite, but wall rebounding from there, yeah. Something about places with a fixed camera angles, they always somehow screw me in some manner. Yeah, there we go. Couple of chests. And now we can proceed. There's a doorway over here, which they want us to go out the window. And I'll just show you where this heads. Just an actual, I guess, for some reason to link it into continuity to make you wonder how they got up here. This stairway leads back down to the ground floor. And this door was previously closed, and now it's open. La-dee-da. So back upstairs, by the window. And we can make it to that window over there, making use of a few of these little doodads out here. Hello, birds. Well, got some bad guys inside there. Let's see if I can't maintain some sort of element of surprise. Nope. Never mind. Alright, come on. Yep.
There he is! Get him!
I didn't want to throw him there.
Bastard, Raju! He's there, on him!
Goodbye, Cam Clark. We will meet again. And their buddy in there doesn't seem too enthralled.
That cloak.
There! On him!
I haven't seen that one in a while. And it seems they have a deaf co-worker up on the balcony. Oh, door's closed. You know what that means? High ground. I can't speak for how realistic this is inside the interior of the Palazzo Medici, outside of the courtyard picture I found. Didn't really dig around too much, but something to bear in mind is that even Galeazzo Maria Sforza, the asshole that was killed before the whole Pazzi conspiracy, even he was pretty much like, God damn, man, this place is impressive. And from how I'd gather from his personality, he was probably not easily impressed. Which I'd find some texts mentioning lots of things lined with gold and various precious materials. I mean, this place was probably the fanciest place in town by far, just from everything I've read about it. Which, of course, yeah, there's that head stab move. Which, of course, you know, Lorenzo was the definitely richest guy in almost all of Europe, so it makes sense. Still, the tall roofs really, really bug me. And let's see here. Oh, those birds were trying to mislead me a moment ago. Okay. Looks like this will be our last time out here. I think we're almost there.
Lorenzo! Porca vaca! Someone, find a way to get inside there!
You heard him? You two, get a ladder!
Funny thing about those two who go get the ladder, we never see them again. Which kind of, I was editing and I kind of went, whoa, wait a minute. What about those guys? Because these guys,
Doing with the ladder?
Poke, they are the last guys we have to deal with here. And I seem to be on a roll. I mean, I am just making this look broken. Yep, let's just climb up into this ridiculously high bookshelf cubby. Uh-huh. Now, let's see here. Drop on down, don't be shy. And the switch we want is up there on the high ground. Let me see here. No, that won't work. Oh, boxes. Hello, boxes. Spring off here. Okay. Oh, camera angle. Well, this is one sturdy bed. And in case you didn't see where that was, that opened up, and swing time. What? Hey! Oh, that was going to be neat. It opened that painting right there over the doorway. So the other two goons are off finding a ladder, and I'm just going to assume they never do find that ladder. Okay. Now, let's just... Whoa, camera. God damn. Let's try that again. No. Yes. No. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Okay. I did not mean to zip over like that. And spring to this chandelier. Just, whoops. Gotta get a foothold. There we go. And we're done with this place. And unfortunately, I take the least flashy way to get down to ground level. I wasn't really thinking about it till I walked under these, and suddenly I was like, oh, I could have made it look real cool. Oh well.
Get back!
Lower your sword. It's me.
Ezio, again you saved me. First they enter my church, now my home.
I'll hunt them down. They won't come near you again.
Look around you. This is one of my treasure rooms. You're entitled to take anything you wish from it, in thanks for what you've done. I trust my apartments are safe now.
Yes, signore. Thank you for this most gracious gift. I must go, but I will come to you again when all the Pazzi are dead.
I will not forget what you've done for me. Buona fortuna.
Alright, so now Scrooge McDuck is going to give us a little bit of his money. We came here with just a little over 83,000. And let's see what we leave here with. Oops. This isn't looking very good money-wise. And this... that's kind of different. No doubt this has got a ton of money in here. This is probably the big payoff right here. The rest of that was just crumbs. Wait, that's it? How did he even get 5,000 florins for all this shit? You have been king shit from the get-go, Lorenzo. Lose our old man, do all those missions, don't even really get paid much for saving him. Thanks a lot. Later, dick.